spring days. You know, there's a lot of things that people will reach out to me about just to get guidance on things like that, and I love sharing that stuff. You know, I do these morning videos just to give some insight and some wisdoms based on my perspective and sometimes those of others that have been valuable and beneficial to my growth in life. And I'm hoping that by doing these every day that I'm giving value, but also I'd love to get some more feedback from folks who jump on here, maybe ideas, methodologies, strategies, certain particular, situations that you're having a hard time navigating. I would love to get some feedback on that eventually. And, ultimately I would love to begin a podcast with a lot more structure than this. The point of doing these videos is to build up the community and, obviously give value, but to build up a community and get some feedback and start to grow this thing into something that is a real channel and grows others and myself. By sharing, it brings a lot of things to mind that maybe I hadn't thought of for a while that have, given me so much value over the years, and then also just reinvigorate some memories and experiences and things like that I've had that were profound in guiding me to behave in such a way and ultimately perceive and think in such a way, because I do think that it's extremely important, our perception. I talk to salespeople all the time that are relatively new in the sales game, and even those that have been in it for a while. There is an evolution in sales. There's an evolution in professionalism, but my experience has mainly been in sales and business development, and so I've seen these cyclical cycles of growth in individuals, and I coach through those things, and I always find a lot of value in being able to come from a place of genuine experience to be able to guide someone through, over, and beyond certain impasses in life. And I just had a salesperson that I have had a hell of a time getting through to, who has looked at me like I've been coming down on him, and it's very much generational, right? And I don't mean this disrespectfully, it's just the truth. These younger generations are so soft and sensitive about everything. Their perception is that every type of communication should be filled with rainbows and sensitivity, and it's like, life isn't like that. If you were out in the wilderness and left alone, there is no respect for your being. Things are just going to do what they do, and survival will be up to you. All the things that you decide to do are 100% on you, but there are going to be a lot of experiences that you have out there in the wilderness that are going to test your resolve. But there's no empathy, no pity, no sensitivity. Things are just what they are, and I think we've lost that over time with all the conveniences and the sensitivity that we passed out to be mindful of people's opinions and things of that nature. And it's like, that is a serious detriment to society, because the world is not easy. It is not sensitive. It is rough. It is tough. It is not convenient. I think that, these meannesses that we as a society have added to our existence and our experience have really, devalued the need for toughness and resilience and, patience. And that has led us to a society that just expects everything to be handed to them and that everything is feel good. And so when you get a little pressure on you, you think that someone's oppressing you. That is not oppression. And especially when someone's doing it lovingly, lovingly bumping up against you to guide you in a way that you are continually resisting, that would otherwise lead you to the exact place that you are hoping to go, to the level of awareness and skill that you are willing to go. And you fight it really hard. As humans, we don't like change. We like the path of least resistance, the path of least exertion of energy, mentally, physically, or spiritually. And unfortunately, that does not get us to growth. It's kind of like working out. You can go and be really sensitive on your body, but if you never feel pain, you're not growing. That's just the true facts of it. And so that's a quick reference to a very good analogy, is that if you're not feeling some pain, you're not feeling some struggle, some intensity, some pressure, you're probably not growing. I don't know many people that have, but the other day he came to me and we had our one-on-one, and I said, hey, listen, I'm not going to talk today. I'm just going to let you talk, and I just want you to let it out. I would anything that you want to talk about, personal, professional, spiritually, give it to me, and just be authentic and genuine and transparent, and I'm going to hear you out. And so he did. He talked about some things in the company that he wasn't happy with, some people in the company that he wasn't happy with, some things in his life that he wasn't happy with, and I was grateful for the opportunity to get that feedback, because that, to me, that shows trust and respect. And then he said, I really want to tell you that over these last couple months, I've really started to see a different way of thinking. I've started to understand why you have been the way that you've been with me, and why you've been pushing me towards a certain direction that you have. And I've went home to my fiance every night and told her how you just create thought in me. And so I'm always self-reflecting and thinking about the way in which I approach things. And he said, I want to tell you that you've been the most consistent person in this journey with this company that I have been in contact with, and it's really helped me grow. And those are the things that just mean everything. I love to see somebody grow. I love somebody to get clear on why you are investing so much time in them. And sometimes it doesn't look like you're investing time in them. Their perception is that you are pushing them, you are oppressing them, and that's just not the case. If somebody is spending a lot of time on you, there's a reason for that. Especially like a coach or a mentor who has, or a leader that has many people that he is responsible for, and if he invests a lot of time in you to help you grow, but you see it as him oppressing you, etc., it's cause for change of perspective, change of perception, the way in which you receive things. And if you flip that perception to see it as someone is investing their limited time and energy on you, that means they see value in you. And so when you can learn to flip the perception, much like, those images back in the day, I think that was like the 80s, the 90s, where you would cross your eyes and kind of focus out, and you would see a totally different picture or a totally different image. That's the trick to success, in my opinion, is to look at things from a lens that most people will never look through. It allows you to see things so much differently, and can bring you a lot of peace in your anxiety and your stress when you're able to do that. So hopefully this added some value today. Try your best to look at a situation through a different lens, see the possibility in it, see the potential in it, see the positivity in it, and the value in it. And that's not going to be true for all situations, but you can make the best out of every situation. And that's the core value here, is try your best to look at things from a different lens, and it can absolutely change the path of your life, the way of your being, and the things that you ultimately end up achieving. Stay lavish, guys. I appreciate you. Feel free to give me some feedback. Hey, to all of you who are commenting, it's weird because on live, once I end the live and post the video, even though it was live, I can't see the comments. So sometimes I talk on here, and I do this during my drive because that's a limited time that I have to be able to contribute to you all. And so I don't always focus on reading these things. But Vander, hey, how you doing? Key, hey, hello. Ken, hello. Thank you guys for paying attention and staying on these. I hope you share it. Hope you post your comments. Would love your feedback. Hopefully this brought you some value today. Stay lavish, all.